All right, so in the last video, which is this current one, let's simply quickly talk about what inheritance, method overriding, and polymorphism is in just a few minutes, trust me. Now back to our file here. We are simply going to create a new file called OOP basics, because that's just the file I've just created here. And you know, the first thing first, you simply want to set up your default function, which is main, and this is still based on classes. Okay, so if you haven't learned how to create class, you want to watch the recent video. Okay, so if we're still going to be using the class, and that's just it. All right, so you should already know how to create class. Then let's move on. So let's simply talk about inheritance first. Inheritance is just very simple to understand. Inheritance is the situation where you create a class and then you have another class, but that class that you created, which is the second class you created, you can inherit from the first class. That is just like you created the first class and then you created another class again, right? But this class, this second class that you created, you can simply inherit all the things inside of this class here, and you would have everything inside of the second class. Everything from this first class would be inside the second class, right? That's what inherit means. So let's try a simple example for this. So right inside here, not inside here actually, because to create a class you can create it outside of your main function. So let's create a class called animal. So just for you, it's a very simple example to understand this. So this is a class called animal, and here, so inside of this animal class here, I'm going to be creating a method. You know, a method is just a function. Okay, so let me just write that. So a method is just a function inside of a class, and then I'm going to be creating a simple method, maybe called eating. So you know, to create a method you have to, again, is a function, so I'll just create a method called eat, or let's just make it eat this way, and then inside of it let's just print I am eating. Okay, so that's all, nothing just too soft. So this is one class I've created here called animal, and inside of it I have one method called I am eating. So just imagine I have different animals, and all these animals are all going to eat, right? So let's say the first maybe class I'm going to be creating, class for, I'm going to be creating a class called dog. Okay, but this time I want this dog to be able to eat, but before I let it eat anyways, let's just actually make it simple this way. And then inside it, let's say this dog is going to actually bark, so I'll create a function to make it bark. So function, then maybe bark, and then inside of it I can simply just print maybe barking. Okay, but do you know what I want to do now? I want this dog to be able to also eat, right? So, and I already have this function called eat inside of this animal. Everything inside of it, I want this dog to inherit it. I also want this dog to eat, right? So what you need to do is, when you say class dog, then beside it you say extends, then you then bring this animal right beside it. So animal, the class name. Okay, so what we've simply done is to extend animal, that is bringing this entire class into this particular class here. Okay, so everything inside it now, this void it now, is also now inside this class. You can't see it, but by writing what we call extend animal, it just takes everything inside of this and put it right inside here. Okay, to actually see that this really works, well, inside, let's come inside of our main function. Okay, then let's call the dog. Okay, so it's the dog we actually want to call. You know, this dog only has bark, right? So you know how to call it, right? You need to create an object first, and to create an object first you need to call the class name, which is dog, right? So let's actually just say dog. Then you can give it a name. Maybe I want to create my first dog, dog 1, or dog, you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll just say dog 1, and then this time I'll just say maybe dog because this is how to create an object, remember. So to actually let this dog back, because the only thing this dog can do is to back, right? So then inside of it, we can just simply say dog1, because that was the object I created. So dog1 dot then back. Okay, so if I run this now, right now, so I'm using this file name. So if I press enter now, this dog is simply going to back only. Okay, as you can see it says backing, right? Because we have simply created a method for this dog to back, and this back is a method inside of the dog class, as you can see, right? Good. But I also want this animal to eat. Now to let this dog eat, well, I've already extended everything inside here into this class called dog by using the extends animal, right? So let's try to now see if this dog can eat. And all you just need to say is to try dog1 dot, then this eats, right? So eat like this. Let's see if that works. Let's see if it can eat and back at the same time. So let's run this file and check what we have. Oh, you can see that actually worked, right? Backing was the only method inside of the original class, right? But we extended this animal into the dog class, right? And that's why we can see I am eating here. So you can see all this that we have just simply done. This is just simply called inheritance. Okay, this is what we call inheritance. That is, you are inheriting everything inside of this animal class into this class called dog. Okay, by writing beside the extends animal, it will take everything here and put it inside class dog. Okay, so that's what inheritance simply is. So next, there's now actually what we call overriding. Okay, now method overriding is just a child class that can replace a parent method. It's very simple to understand, do not panic. And I mean that, for example, when we extended this animal, what was inside this animal was I am eating, right? Well, if I didn't want this dog to eat, I could let it do something else. Well, let's create a simple good example. So come back into this let's try to create another function called, let's create another class here. So let's create another class called movement. Okay, and then we open our curly bracket. So inside of it, let's just create move, and then inside of move, let's create a method. So void then movements. Then we can actually just print line, right? So any animal we want to create, we can change their movement. If maybe by walking, a dog can walk, right? Not fly, right? So this time let's remove this. Let's extend move. Remove the animal, then let's extend move. Okay, sweet. Now you already know that when we extend move, everything inside of this class called move is going to be inside of this class called dog, right? But unfortunately, what is inside of this class called move, which is called print flying? A dog can't fly, right? So what we can do is to override this method inside of our inheritance. So to do that, you have to, it's like we are trying to adjust this movement because a dog can't fly, right? So instead of this our inheritance here, just write what we call at override like this. Okay, and then below this override, you write what you want to override. But what we want to override is this movement here. Okay, so you need to call the movement exactly the way it is. So void movement, then you open parentheses, but this time we are and it has print flying inside it, right? So this time we are going to change that flying to walking, because a dog can walk, not fly, right? So this is what override actually does. After you extend a class, because we have extended the class, this class right now, right? And what we are doing now is to override it, okay, by changing it to walking. Okay, so you can say from flying, the first thing we did was to extend this entire move here. Okay, then the second thing that actually happened was that once we extended it, everything will be inside here, okay, inside of this inheritance, right? But what we are simply now doing is to simply overriding it. That is, we don't want this flying, we want this walking now. Okay, that's what we have done now. And now if I call movement now, this dog is not going to fly but walk because we have overrode it. So let's try to call the movement. This it is no longer there actually. Let's change this instead of the normal function to movement, and let's see if the dog flies or walks. So if I open the terminal and then check it out, let's see what we simply have. Okay, and you can see now that this dog is now simply walking now. So you can see it's barking and walking, not barking and flying, right? If I did not override it, so if we didn't override it, so if I scroll down here, let's say I comment this out, or maybe I remove it and I run this file again. So let me clear my screen. You see now the dog is now flying because we only extended move, and move has flying inside it, right? So let's see the result. So you can see it says flying, right? Good. So that's a problem. So if you want to override the class, you can at the top of it use the override proper function, and then everything changes, and that's it. Okay, so the last one is called polymorphism. So let me just put override here. So method overriding, that was what we did now. So the last thing you need to understand is polymorphism. And polymorphism is just a combination of different method overriding for different classes. Let's say you have different classes, and all these different classes, they are extending, you know, just one class, right? As you are extending all this class, do you know what you are doing? You are simply changing what you're extending. Okay, you know how we changed what we extended now. Okay, this is what polymorphism is. Okay, it's just simply a different object that can respond differently to the same method. Okay, so you have different objects, but they are, you know, acting differently even from one method. Okay, so let me just quickly show you just few examples here. Just to make you understand, I'm going to comment out this whole inheritance and method override. Okay, and I'm only going to use this move for just as a quick example here. So with this move here, so let's say we still have a cat. Okay, so we have a class, okay, called cat, and this time well, nothing here moment, there's nothing here. Okay, let's create another class called maybe dog. Okay, remember you have to start with a capital that way, so I should have done that here too. So capital C. So okay, good. And let's just try one more. So, and then I'll end it there. We'll get started with Flutter. So let's try maybe bird. Okay, and like this. So we have three classes, right? And this, all of this animal, they have a movement, right? They can either fly or walk. Okay, let me just say jumping. That's the default movement. Okay, now this movement can be changed across all these different animals, right? Okay, so this is where polymorphism comes in. Now with polymorphism, it's just multiple it's just you changing the default behavior, okay, anytime you extend it. Now if we start with class the cat, let's extend the move. So extend move. Okay, that is, we are bringing this move into this class, right? Let's do the same thing for dog. So we are going to also extend move dog, because the dog can move, right? And for bird, we are also going to extend move for bed, right? Good. So we have all this set up. So let's start with the cat. Now unfortunately, cats, I'll just say cats can't jump. Let's say they can walk, right? So we need to override this movement, which we have already extended inside this class, right? We need to change the movement. Okay, and what you need to do, of course, you know how. You need to use the override. Okay, and below this you call this, you know, the way the function was created, the void movements like this. But this time you'll be the one to change what is inside the print. So you can say walking like this. Okay, good. Then that's it. So for you to do the same thing for another one, it's now called polymorphism. So override. Oops, I'm just going to copy this so not to waste time. Okay, override. Then we want to override without movements, okay, which we have. So maybe dog can also walk too. Okay, then the last one is going to be for bird. So we can say at override. Okay, then we can paste that. Then maybe bird can fly. Okay, good. So what we have done now is, as we extend this movement for all these different classes, this is what polymorphism is. It's just a different object that can respond differently to the same method. Okay, good. So now let's actually come inside of the main function. So we don't have all this dog existed for now. So inside of the main function, let's call each of these objects real quick. So the thing is very simple. Now instead of calling each animal like bird, dog, cat, and well, this time we are going to call the we are simply going to call the, so what we were extending, right? We also were overriding is the move, right? So we are going to call the move instead. Okay, so we'll call the move, then we will create a move. So let's say move 1. Okay, and then we can set this to, now anything that moves is what we set it to. So for example, cat, right? So we set it to the cat like this. Okay, then okay, I can see it's the mistake is I'm not using capital M, so move. Okay, so I think that's just simply the issue here. So let's do the same thing for the rest. So move, then this is going to be dog and this is going to be bird. Okay, so you must make sure you always start with a capital letter. So you can see I'm using small letter all through, so make sure you fix that. So this is going to be like move 2, move 3. So let's actually call them now. So to call them, you simply call move 1 dot. And when you call move 1 dot, you are going to call the movement. Okay, you know the movement they all have, right? And each of them has a movement, right? So that's going to be move 1 dot, then movement like this. So move 2 movement, and so let's change this to move 2, move 3. Okay, and then finally let's run this and see the result that we have. You see each of them walk, flying based on what we set, based on what we override. So as you can see, walk, then flying. Okay, so this is just OOP basics in Dart. Okay, so this is just enough for you to get started with Flutter, and we've been able to cover all of these topics here. So I think this is just more than enough to simply get started with Flutter with all this, even though there is still more to learn. But of course, I think we've tried enough. So in the next video, we will get started with Flutter introduction. And if you've not installed Flutter, the video is going to be available. It's going to be an introduction to Flutter as well properly. All right, so that's all about that. Thank you. Bye bye.